Callie, I know you're a mom working hard. You're a mom working hard with kids, and yet you still find time. And I love when people do this. You've got your own stresses, but you've got a heart for something outside of your family, and that's pets. And so I just wanted to introduce you to our Sunny audience, and maybe we can learn a little bit about what you do and how we can help.
Hi, yes. So I do a lot of community outreach in the neighborhood of Spring Branch and Spring Valley. Due to being a single mom and working full time, I really can't branch out too far. But I do try to help where I can. I just started a nonprofit where um, we're working on collecting donations. Like, we do a lot of microchipping animals. Like, every time we reunite a lost animal or found animal, we will microchip it for free. So we do get a lot of donations for that. And then we also do a lot of spay and neutering in our area, and also help provide food and supplies because, inflation's killing everybody.
Yeah.
So we run a lost and found pet page of Spring Branch and Spring Valley. So we try to help out where we can in our community. And the animal problem is so bad. I would say we probably get about 20 requests to assist animals a day. So
are you working at a veterinary office, or is this something, how are you doing this?
So I do have a neighbor that's a vet that helps a lot, and she taught me how to microchip. And then she also will help me with a lot of assistance, like low cost options with our nonprofit, paying for things just at a rescue rate. And wish I could go back and be a vet. I feel like I'm kind of like a backyard vet. Because a lot of people come to me for like, oh, my cat has this or this, and I'm like, oh, we can give it this medicine. Um, so I try it. I mean, anybody's welcome at my house. People know where I live, and I'll randomly get my doorbell going off, and can you scan this dog for a microchip? So it's just kind of something that I just started doing on my own about 7 years ago, and it's fun.
And what is your relationship with animals? How did your heart grow so big for these little guys?
So about 8 years ago, I adopted two dogs, Lobo and Ellie. Lobo's now with my ex-husband, and Ellie passed away. She had a freak accident where she jumped in a water fountain that a contractor did some bad work on, and she got electrocuted to death
Oh, gosh.
in front of me. So it was terrible. So after that, I kind of dove headfirst, and I knew that the dogs that I help will be what Ellie was to me to somebody else. And I get in trouble for saying this all the time, but I'll say it. I like animals more than people.
You sound like my mom. She likes animals more than people too, but that's because I'm her daughter.
I'm sure she's wonderful. Uh, I mean, and Houston has such a really bad problem right now. I'm hopeful with our elections tomorrow that we get a new leader that will help us with the animal problem, because I'm sure you don't know, but the shelter's been closed since COVID. It's appointment only, and appointments are 4 to 6 months out. So people are dumping dogs, and it becomes the rescuers' problem. And we need a lot more people out there on the streets to help. Or I mean, it's going to look like a third world country if it already doesn't in some places. And then the stray dog attacks.
If you could wave your magic wand, what would you hope for? What would you hope the community would do? What can we do?
My magic wand would make spay and neuter laws mandatory in Houston, and more fosters, and then finally build the new shelter that we got approved. There are some plans in place, but nothing's happened. It's not a priority for our leaders. So I think once that gets opened, and then the veterinary shortage, I would make more vets because vets are, hard to come by, and there's really not many of them. And with the COVID crisis, with everybody adopting animals, which is, didn't fix them, and it's just created a big mess. And it's going to take a lot of people coming together to change it, because we all can't do it on our own.
Right, right. Well, you've started it. So how can people reach out to you? What is the name of your organization? What's the best way to for them to help you?
Okay. So I run Lost and Found Pets of Spring Branch and Spring Valley on Facebook. And then my Instagram handle is at Paws Off The Street. So you can message me there, or Lost and Found Pets page. I'm pretty responsive to both within, a couple hours. Or my personal Instagram is at Callie Clemens, and I'm happy to help that way as well.
What do you do outside? What is your real job outside of your side hustle job where your passion lies?
I work in the legal field.
Okay. So you're aware then, I mean, that you can bring that knowledge into the pet world, right?
It's dangerous, yes.
Yes.
It's quite dangerous, but yeah, I work, and they're pretty flexible. We had a little situation in July where it was, now or never for these puppies in a storm drain, and they were pretty flexible about letting me leave because I was the only one that was crazy enough to get down in there. So they're great people. They're very understanding with my passion.
That is amazing. So it's Paws Off the Street. I love that. I love that. Well, Callie, do you have any major type of fundraiser coming up, maybe during the holidays, or you just constantly just moving, trying to get folks to raise awareness?
Yeah, we have a wish list, and I'll post on our page and be like, hey, like the other day, I really needed a microchip scanner for one of our volunteers, and it came like that. So that's usually what we do. I've kind of, until my life slows down, can't really take on a whole lot more extra without some help. But eventually, probably within the year, we'll have something. We kind of have something in the works, but I can't say yet. But.
Well, if you do, seriously, please call. We're all animal lovers here at Sunny, and we would love to help out. So feel free to just, call me, and we can get you back on the podcast and get some updates on what you might have going on for fundraisers. In the meantime, we'll post all your information. So if people have a heart and they're in your area or even surrounding areas, I have worked with Bark in the past. We had a lost dog. We lived in the East End, and this little doggie was chipped. The neighbor fell in love with the little doggie and wouldn't give it back to us.
Well, that's illegal. So I know that's illegal.
Exactly. But here's what happened that I loved so much, because we're trying to be good neighbors. Bark came in, got the dog in his arms, scanned the dog, and said, this dog is not yours. And we're going to give the dog back to the Tysons, and you can come and you can get another dog that's yours. I mean, he was the nicest guy.
I probably know who it was too.
Yeah. So I was like floored, because I was mad, and he's like, this isn't the way to solve it. We're going to be good neighbors here. It was amazing.
I would have rioted. That I'm pretty sure I know who it was. He helps me a lot because I will lose it sometimes on bad owners, but Bark doesn't get a very good reputation, but they're doing the best they can, and they've helped me tremendously. So I'm hopeful for the changes coming.
Well, I am glad to meet you. I heard all the good works that you were doing, and definitely wanted to give you an opportunity to kind of get the word out so people can help you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was good to meet you, and we thank you so much for all you do for our little furry friends. They mean so much to us, and I understand when people say they like pets more than people.
Can't blame them. My kind of people.
Thanks again, Callie, and a happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you. You too. Have a good day.